You're covering the one now. What do you make of this race since Joe Biden has left the race and Kamala Harris has entered? There was initial a lot of excitement around Kamala Harris. What do you think of the race right now?
Yeah, well, I think initially that she flipped the race, really driving the momentum to her as she topped the ticket, and now I think we've seen in a couple polls that it's stalled. And so this debate is really important, not just for Trump, who obviously wants to reclaim that media spotlight that he really enjoyed for the last 8+ months when Biden was still the top of ticket, but also for Kamala Harris, because we know in these polls that not just does it seem like maybe in the swing states that the polls have stalled, but also that there's a huge group of Americans who want to know more about her before they decide how they're going to vote. And so it's going to be up to her, this debate, not just to disprove or fight against things that Trump may say that may not be truthful, but also tell the American voters how she would be as president, what her policies are, and look to the future. And I know that in her prep, that's been something that she's focused on.
Donald Trump is going to become a historic, former president, seventh presidential debate, a very tough debater. What should Kamala Harris do on the debate stage to challenge Donald Trump?
Well, something that they were hoping to do was to interrupt him when the mics would potentially be open. That was something that they pushed for. Now, of course, ABC has ruled that the mics would stay closed. They have acceded to that concession. They're fine with it, but of course that changed their strategy a bit. So I think what we're going to see her do is, if he does say something that she doesn't feel is truthful or is a lie, that she may address it at the top of her rebuttal, but then try to get into what it looks like under her, what a presidency could look like under her, really trying to position herself as a change agent, as a lot of Americans want to see something different from the last 4 years.
And one last question. A lot of people in India, they do not know how polling works. Polling is polling. Yeah. What do you make of this 47, 48, 48, 47? Can you explain how close this is actually?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's incredibly close, but I think that may just be a facet of just how partisan politics has gotten in the U.S. I think it's been a long time in which a candidate on either side was really leading by double digits. And so I think both campaigns very much so recognize how close this election will be and that it's going to be really won by slices, and that's why you're going to see the vice president and the former president in Pennsylvania. She's going on Friday. He'll be going sometime in the next 2 weeks. That's why you're going to see them in those states like Michigan, Wisconsin, really trying to up the numbers in those very close and hard to win races.
Thank you so much, Jasmine, for doing this. Good luck. We'll see you around.